Alright, boys. Today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic. Where Shotgun Farmers is right now. Fair warning before you watch all this gameplay. I am talking while playing this gameplay. So if I look like I'm atrociously bad, because I'm playing.
Better get over there. Only a minute left.
But regardless. Shotgun Farmers as of now is in not any good shape by any means. A lot of bugs have come out. And update after update, or the little updates that we get, new things added, double XP, even that suit thing, whatever, that got added. All buggy stuff, epic games especially. Buggy stuff with the little things we've gotten. And it's not looking too good here. We've been waiting for Season 2 for quite some time now. And I understand they only have such a big team. And they only have so many hands that can work on the game. But I feel Quasi is almost becoming too ambitious. I only say that because he's trying to make another game on top of that, doing either VR or survival, like a survival type gameplay, which I think is really cool ideas, but that's only going to slow down the process of new seasons being come out even later. And Lord have mercy if it's any later than the updates are coming out now. They're going to start losing a lot of player base, as I've already seen so far. The only reason I'm really making this video is because I've watched a little bit of dekeef's newer video that came out like 3 days ago during this recording. And about watched 2 minutes of it, and I was like, man, I probably should cover the topic as well, because, why not? But, as an avid fan of Shotgun Farmers, it hurts to see the game state at the moment. There's not a lot of people playing. Most of the time it is just bot lobbies and maybe a couple Xbox players every now and then, but it's just not a lot of interesting and new things, which I don't blame them, right? I do not blame them for not playing the game because not a lot of new stuff has come out to be worthwhile playing. Don't get me wrong, pets and everything like that come out. The cattle pass and everything was fantastic for the time. It was something spectacular. It had everybody coming back to play the game. The release of Epic, there was like a little bit of jolt in player base, but after a bit, the update kind of died. We had about maybe 3-4 months of solid good playtime, but after that, things kind of slowed down, becoming what Shotgun Farmers used to be before Season 1 was released. And it's getting to the point where I can see especially fellow competitive people, play different games, or just kind of sitting there lingering, waiting for the next update to come out. Not to say that there hasn't been any updates that come out recently, or anything good that's come out. There's been plenty of new pets and new item shops, or what have you, but it's not enough to keep people, tied to the game, keep people wanting to play more. And that's something that you would expect from a shooter game like this. It's awfully repetitive. You just go game in, game out. You have maybe new LTMs you haven't seen in a while that you'll maybe hop in and play for a little bit, but after that it gets boring. And we've been promised an update sometime this month, and we have yet to see it. We all thought it was going to happen sometime after Bok Bok, or when it was released, the Bok Bok plush, which that was awesome. That brought the community back just a little bit, a little spark of it. But after that, our hopes kind of died. Especially we gotta wait for the code now to come out, and then the plushies are not even gonna come till August, close to next year. That's something we even have to wait for, and most likely the updates are gonna be pushed back. They usually are. And heck, even the new anniversary update, which I was excited to grind for because the last time I played the anniversary update, we didn't have the event tokens with it. So that was my time to shine over there and get all the event tokens for the anniversary. But then that immediately got shut down day one. I don't even think it was maybe the first day or still the first day. And it already got taken down along with double XP, which hasn't been in the game for a year or so. And so there was almost like a hype for me there, and it got torn away from me almost. And I hate to see that, especially for this game. At this point, the game has become somewhat dry and repetitive, which the only reason I'm playing right now is because I still think the game is somewhat fun, but it's more of like almost a hope. Like, oh man, stick around. Only maybe a couple more days till the update comes out. Just gotta stick it through. And but it's been very lackluster. And I know that, and again, the team is only so big, so I don't know how much to expect of them. But all with these ambitious projects, again, trying to do different, making 2 games at once where he can almost barely manage the bugs and the updates he makes now in this game. It's foolish, I'd say. It's foolish in dekeef's words. He's making foolish decisions. And either he needs to get some more people on his team before he starts doing those ambitious projects, or needs to focus solely on the game and trying to make it as best as it can. Play test and, make sure everything's perfect for when it's released, unlike when Season 1 came out, there was a bunch of bugs. And you hate to see that, especially when a massive update comes out for the game and it's just really buggy. And I'd hate to see that for Season 2 as well. But it most likely will happen. Knowing shotgun farmers, of course. But all I'm saying here is it's disappointing in the state of shotgun farmers right now. Not a lot of content have come up. Community just died a bit. There's been a couple of new people that have joined in and been more active in the chat, but in the game itself, it's been as dead as it usually is. No more excitement. It's the battle pass or the cattle pass. Most of everybody's already completed it. I can't say the same thing for everybody, but for the most part, for everybody I know, they've all completed it ages ago. So there's nothing to really grind for, except for maybe levels or new people that just joined the game. But for us veterans and people who have levels and XP and mostly everything in the game, we have nothing really to do besides rinse repeat, competitive people 1v1ing, or old veterans just play a little bit of pubs before they get off, a game after. Instead of, sticking it through. It's sad to see. It really is. All in all, my main message is this. The game needs to get its shit together. It does. They need to wrap things up. They need to look further ahead in the future, plan things out. I feel like the planning and releasing other things have been executed poorly, I'll tell you that much. Almost with every single new thing that they add, there's some sort of bug or something. Especially with Epic Games and that volcano thing that happened. A lot of it has just seemed really, really buggy lately. And it diminishes this massive hype that was around Season 2. Especially when the Bok came out. Only a couple more days till Season 2. Everybody was so excited. Everybody was so pumped, and then nothing. We got an update we got an event that happened maybe for a day and was glitchy and didn't even work. And I feel like at this point, it's just kind of testing our patience. We've been waiting for such a long time, and I know. And it's good if it's only like testing it out and testing bugs, which should be doing for every update, I feel like. That's good. And our wait was not for nothing when it comes out. But if it ends up becoming a buggy mess when we play it like Season 1, I feel that it's kind of spitting in our face. We waited so long for this update to come out. We would hope it be polished and ready by the time it does come out. And then if it's buggy just like Season 2 again, it might lose a lot of the player base. I'm very excited, but I kind of lost my excitement when waiting for Season 2 to come out. But during this past month, it's been really dry. Especially being a content creator like myself, trying to find content is like trying to find a needle in a haystack with this game because, again, it's just the same thing. Everything new has already been covered. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say.